big. This is the advice we almost always hear from our friends, from our colleagues, and even from our parents. But what does it mean to think big? How can you think big, and what magic will it do to your life when you start thinking big? Thinking big is almost always equated with having big goals in life. We all have big goals, but how do we make them a reality? There's one important quality that we all need to have if we want to achieve our goals, and that is to have a strong belief in ourselves. If we just think big, but we don't believe in our goals or in our abilities, nothing will ever work out. So, believing in ourselves is the beginning for every achievement. And the more we believe in ourselves, the more we can achieve. Hi guys, my name is Priya and welcome back to the channel. If you have watched until here, please do hit the like button so that this video reaches to more people. If you have done that, thank you. And now to think big, we all need to have certain kind of qualities. And one of them is to think creatively. From the childhood, we all have been trained to memorize stuff and use them or to recite them whenever needed, get those good grades and move on to the next step. But we also need to have the tools that we might require in the journey of achieving our goals to solve any problems that we might face. And this memorized knowledge will only help us to some extent. It will help us to solve those problems which were already encountered by other people. But what if we face new problems? That is when creative thinking will come handy. And how can you develop this creative thinking? Just by being open to new ideas and grab every opportunity that is presented to you and try new things whenever possible. Every morning, try reflecting on how you can do things better or how you can do things differently in your life, in your personal life, or even in your job. And learn new skills whenever you can. And even if those skills are way outside of your career, these will help to boost your creative thinking. And even if you have developed this creative thinking and now you have all the tools to face any problems you might encounter in your journey to achieving goals, the main reason we might fail is fear. It's just in our heads, but this is what makes things impossible for us. The greatest fear that we have is the fear of the people around us. What will they think about me? How will they perceive me? And what will they say if I do a certain thing? So, this is what we all have in our heads about people. But you have to realize that everyone started where you're starting from, or even from a lower level where you're starting from. Everyone is not born a superhero. So the only thing that makes them different from you is their confidence. The more confident you are, the less fear that you'll have. And how can you develop this confidence? Just start acting confident. Start making a few changes, like make eye contact with people that you're talking to if you're not doing it already. Fix your posture. Stand tall. Push your shoulders backwards, dress well, and do these few things which will make you look confident, and slowly you will become confident as well. And all the fear in you will disappear. When we are trying to achieve things, we can't do it alone. No one has ever achieved anything alone, and we need the support and we need the help of people around us to achieve these goals or these big goals that we have. So we need people to support us in our endeavors in anything that we are doing. But we generally label people that they are not good or they have done this thing, so I'll stop talking to them, and we start putting everyone aside, and maybe that is what will make us to miss the support that we need for our growth. So instead of putting aside people for what they have done or for what they have said, treat them like you would treat yourself when you have done a mistake, or like you would treat someone you love, or like you would treat someone you care for, and forgive them, and they will be helpful in amazing ways when you need them. Even if you don't ask them for help, they will remember your kindness and they will be a helpful support. Nurturing good relationships is an important trait of all successful people, and they look at every interaction that they have as very important, and every encounter that they have with people as an important encounter or an important relation which either makes or breaks their career. And that's how they gain people's support and they gain people's hearts. So You also need people, and remember that next time. And if we want to succeed, we must first know which category we belong to. That is, there is only two kinds of people: the achievers and the failures, the successful people and the failures. And the only difference between these people is how they look at the situations, or how they look at the opportunities that are presented to them. The people who have failed and those who succeeded had the same level of disappointments or hardships, or same level of setbacks, but the successful ones look at every setback as a lesson. Successful people look at everything as an opportunity and a way of learning new things that they haven't learned before. But the failures always look at those setbacks as a reason to give up, and the reason why they can't achieve what they want to achieve. And the best example is Thomas Alva Edison. Literally, he failed 10,000 times before his greatest invention, the light bulb. But he proudly said that he found 10,000 ways which didn't work. And he kept on working until he finally succeeded. So no one is born a failure or a success, but the way we look at these things and the determination to reach our goals is what makes the difference. What you eat determines your health, and what you feed your mind will determine who you are. Your mental feed is your friends, your living space, what you read, and everything makes an impact on how you think and how you act. If you are in the company of people who are gossiping always, in no time you will be like them. And the same way, if you are in the company of people who are always talking positively about other people, you will do the same. And successful people make sure that their environment is of high quality. The living space that they have, the friends that they have, the people that they meet, everything, the books that they read, everything is of highest quality, and that is what makes them different, and that is what makes them successful. So make it a point to surround yourself with a high quality environment. Your living space, your study area, your friends, everything should be in such a way that it brings out the best in you. Have good friends who have ambitions and who can also support your ambitions and help you grow as a person. Finally, make sure you're surrounded by an environment which helps your growth. Thinking big is not just about having big goals or making big plans and talking big, but it is to cultivate the qualities and surroundings which support this big thinking. Your attitude, your thinking, your friends, your environment, and learning new skills whenever you can. And then all this big thinking will finally become a reality. So next time someone tells you to think big, you know exactly what they're talking about. And I hope this video helped you in some way. If it did, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I will see you in this video right here. Until then, you take care.